and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, you can subscribe. The button is always down below. I would love for you to be subscribed to my channel. I post beauty and lifestyle videos, so I'd love for you to join, I guess, my channel, join whatever we got going on here, honestly. And today I'm going to be updating you on my Pan That palette. I also have some, I guess, new additions, I'm switching things up, and I'm going to share that in this video. I'm also sharing a tutorial on the palette in this video. It's a lot today just because I feel like I don't have too much progress. I haven't updated you since the end of May, and yeah, so I'm going to update you on my palette. And before I do that, well, let's just get right into it first. And also I'm going to show you where my palette was last month, so you can kind of get an idea of where we left off. And then here is my palette and what it's looking like to current day. This is what we're looking at and stuff. And we have 8 shades fully panned. We have 2 I took out, and we definitely have lots of progress. So the first one I remember using up is Block, and that was the white shade. I remember having it mostly around the edges, and I used that up on 6/15, so June 15th and stuff of the prior month when I didn't do an update. And then of course previously I've used up all the other shades that I have banned, but that's the only like latest panning edition that I have and stuff. That's kind of where I was with that. If you've also failed to mention this, but if you missed all my other updates, I'll link them below. Also doing a project pan, and I have done other Pan the palettes, other project pans, so I'll try to leave all correlating videos down below. And now let's just go on our current progress. We're gonna start off with Cool Taupe, which is that one. I feel like you can't really tell on camera, but I do have a dip into it. You can kind of tell that it's kind of like decreasing in, like, I guess, surface area type things. I don't even know what to call it, but it definitely has a dip into it. I just haven't hit that pan on this shade quite yet, but I am excited to, and I'm working with it every day. I'm using it every day. I just haven't hit that pan, but I know when it happens, it'll be so exciting. Then with Terracotta, it's basically all around the edges now and stuff. I'm debating on like scraping it out of the edges and pressing it into the center if that's possible. I feel like that might be nice to do because it's basically around all the edges, so I feel like I'm not really getting value use out of it, if that makes any sense and stuff. But yeah, it's basically, yeah, all around the corners. You can barely see it on camera, but I'm really excited to just get that one out of here, and that will be exciting when I use that one up. Next is Dark Brown, and it kind of just has like a dip, and it has for a very long time. I don't really use that one too often. I'm gonna try and use it just to get more progress out of it from now to the end of the update. Honestly, it'd be a good brow color for me to put in my brows and stuff, but I'm gonna try and use it for that maybe in the next update, or from now to the next update, so I can get more use out of it. And then Amethyst and Dark Brown, I'm basically, Amethyst I have a little bit of a dip into it, I will say, and I feel like it's a pretty decent try with it. And then Dark Mocha, not much. Those are 2 shades where if I don't really use them up by the update, I'll be okay. This palette I think is at least 4 or 5 years old, so I kind of want to get it out of my collection. And I'm gonna quickly just tell you my thoughts and where I'd like to be with these between now and the next update. This one I definitely will, and I want to have panned by the next update. So Terracotta I want to be gone. Maybe a little bit more of a dip in Dark Brown, and I just want to continue using the whole palette as a whole. Definitely want there to be a pan in Cool Taupe, and that's just my thoughts. I would like to have at least maybe 2 pans, if not just a full pan, and then maybe hit pan on Cool Taupe and Dark Brown. That'd be cool to hit pan on, but honestly I don't see that happening. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm at with this. And if you missed any of my prior updates, I also had another palette in this, but I did pan that one fully up. That's why I haven't really mentioned that one and stuff, the Urban Decay Naked Basics original palette. Now I mentioned I do want to start shaking things up and changing things up, so I decided that I want want to get more use out of my ColourPop single eyeshadows. And I recently did a makeup inventory post on this on my Instagram. So if you want to see swatches and see all about these, you can go over there. I also did a tutorial using these with my pan lip palette. And I want to kind of use these as like a pan, those eyeshadows type thing. And I definitely want to make more use out of these. So I don't know if every month throughout the rest of the year, if I'm going to include something different in this video, or if I'm going to use this for the next couple updates. But I would like to just to try and use these more and make progress. My goal, I think, would be to use these maybe 3 times a week. I feel like that's a pretty good goal and stuff. And I've kind of been bored with my eyeshadow, so I think this will definitely spice it up. But definitely I wanted to hit pan on the white, and I was able to do that. So if I could use that up, that would be really cool. I honestly debated adding that into a project pan, but if you see my recent project pan, you know my thoughts about adding more, rolling in more things into that and stuff, and I have my reason behind that, so if you want to hear about that. But once I use up the terracotta shade, I think I want to start using one of these shades as my crease shade to kind of build it up. I did use 2 of these with my other 2 shades today for my crease, but I definitely want to try and use these more. I definitely see dips in especially the middle 2 shimmers, but yeah. And if you have any favorite single eyeshadow shimmers, let me know down below, because I definitely want to branch out more. I definitely want to get a bigger sized palette so I can, you know, play more with shimmers. But the mattes, I'm not really like loving having a ton of those. I feel like I can dip into any palette to get those, so I definitely want to just make more use out of this. And this is something for at least the next month I will be adding in, and I will update you on how I've used these and how I've got progress on these and stuff. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for, I guess, my updates type part of this video and stuff. And now let's go on to the tutorial. Okay, so here we are for the tutorial side of this video. So you've already seen like my thoughts and everything between my updates on my pan lip palette, but also kind of my thoughts of combining and using the ColourPop, my single eyeshadows from them more and stuff. But I'm going to show you kind of my daily look of what I like to do when I use this palette. Sometimes I will play with other shadows, so I won't necessarily use this full palette, but I always try to use it in some way. First, we're going to start by setting off our lid, and we're going to be using this, which is the white shade, which I believe is called Firefly. I just did a like post on this on Instagram, so I'm going to link it down below, because all the swatches are on that. But we need to set our eyelids, so I'm going to take that. And that is a shade I've been dying to pan for a while, because I actually ColourPop, when I ordered these shadows years ago, they accidentally sent me 2 of the white, which I'm not going to complain about, but since I had 2, I kind of wanted to use that up. And I've been kind of for a while like experimenting with different like setting shades, just to pan all my setting shades. It's just been my thing to do. And then I'm gonna go in with the pan lip palette, take this. I usually go in a decent bit with it, and then I will tap that other color, which is, that's like terracotta, and then that's cool too. They're very self-explanatory shades. They're pretty basic names, so it's like basically what I say it is actually what the color is, you know? So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that into the crease. I'm not like very neat with it. I kind of do it sloppy, but I kind of like that look, you know? And that's essentially all I do with the palette. Is I just use those 2 shades on a daily basis. I might actually go in with a deeper shade later, but for now that's what I'm gonna do. And then as you can see, I have several different colors that I can play with for a lid shade. I also have crease colors, which I'm just gonna mix these 2 real quick just to add something a little bit more. I know it's a little crazy, but we're gonna get there. And then I think I'm gonna mix these 2 shimmers. Why not? Take the darker color first, and then take the golden looking color. That is what it looks like. Super pretty. Love that. I love single shadows, but I'm more of a palette girl. Like I'll dip into a palette a lot more than I'll dip into my single eyeshadows. I think adding these, not necessarily into the Project 2 pan, but just adding it in as like, you know, something to spice everything up, I think would be fun. Trying to wipe out the fallout. Then I think I want to take my setting spray, spray my brush, and go on my lid with that, just to foil it a bit, kind of on the inner part. And it's always so pretty. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna take my finger and take that highlighty shade, and I'm gonna put that in the inner corner to brighten it up, and also a little bit on the brow bone to highlight. I like doing the outside because then it gives it like a, I don't know, it just gives it a better effect than doing like the whole thing. You can always go into the whole thing, but I always like to do kind of the outside and then just blend it in to get it blended, but like mostly on the outside because that's like the focal point, I guess. I don't know. And then I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back. And yeah, as you saw, this is the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun to do like a tutorial whilst sharing my updates for my Pan That palettes. If you're doing a Pan That palette or Project Pan, let me know down below, and let me know what you're using up this year and stuff, your progress. Are you impressed? Are you not? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every single week, and I'd love for you to be subscribed to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.